NASA just went on high alert as 3I/ATLAS slows down. Ever since the discovery of 3L/ATLAS, NASA has been watching it closely for its next move, while scientists have brought up a lot of theories about what this strange interstellar object could be. But now Atlas is slowing down near the Sun and exhibiting strange behavior, causing NASA to go on high alert and other organizations to give it scientific priority. What's happening with the ATLAS and where is it going?
Are you paying attention at all to 3I Atlas? Are you watching
there's the comet?
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I can say is, like, look, if I was aware of any evidence of aliens, Joe, you have my word, I will come on your show, and I will reveal it on the show.
Atlas slows down near the Sun. As 3L/Atlas hurtles through our inner solar system, telescopes from different space organizations like NASA have been monitoring it and discovered something shocking. It's now slowing down in its motion, and this phenomenon has stirred awe and caution among scientists. Since it was discovered in July 2025, this interstellar visitor is only the third such object ever tracked. Scientists watched as Atlas approached perihelion at around 1.36 astronomical units from the Sun, which happened on October 29, 2025. Atlas reached its closest solar approach just days after it moved into the Sun's glare. What has got scientists really intrigued isn't just the inbound velocity of the ATLAS, but also how the velocity appears to be changing. According to observational data seen by scientists, the object's behavior deviates from normal comet expectations. Its dust and gas production are showing strange patterns, and even weirder, the tail morphology changed from a sun-facing dust fan to an anti-solar tail. Researchers are coming up with different theories. Some researchers suggest that Atlas is slowing down because it's sweeping past perihelion, which is the closest it will be to the Sun. They say it's because of complex outgassing, structural changes, or even maneuvers. Meanwhile, NASA activated heightened tracking protocols. With Atlas bridging the boundary between the familiar and the enigmatic, the agency is now working with many observatories around the world, monitoring unexpected behavior. The focus is both scientific and procedural, as they plan to learn more about the primordial interstellar material, while also understanding how to respond when objects arrive from beyond our solar system. Although Atlas is slowing down near the Sun, it's still following its natural path to pass by Earth. But Atlas remains special because of how all its factors, like the hyperbolic interstellar path, solar heating, outgassing jets, and internal changes, are combining in unfamiliar proportions. This is making NASA highly vigilant. But that's not all. Atlas also has a suspicious tail that is causing experts to ask questions.
To Sean Duffy, asking NASA to release this data that is being held for over a month. No response so far. When I approached the principal investigator of HiRISE, no response. It doesn't make much sense.
Suspicious tail transition. NASA has gone on high alert as it watches Atlas, not only because it is passing through our solar system, but also because it seems to have changed its shape and the direction of its tail over a short period of time. In July and August 2025, scientists observed that it had what they called an anti-tail, which is a plume of material on Atlas that seems to be pointing towards the Sun and not away. Normally, a comet is meant to have a tail caused by the dust and gas ejected from the nucleus. It's meant to stream away from the Sun as radiation pressure and the solar wind push the particles outward. Yet ATLAS is doing the complete opposite. Then by around September, the telescopes noticed something different. The anti-tail diminished and a more conventional tail, which was pointing from the Sun, started to dominate. The morphology of the object changed from a sun-facing dust fan to one that had an anti-solar tail. But one of the leading scientists in the world is presenting a different explanation. Avi Loeb of Harvard University brings up one strange theory about Atlas, that it's not actually an interstellar object, but an extraterrestrial mothership sending probes to our solar system to find out more about us and Earth. So, this initial anti-tail might not be optical, or a dust dynamic oddity like other scientists want to believe. Instead, it's the evidence of a braking thrust. In other words, it's a controlled maneuver. In his explanations, he argued that if the ATLAS was slowing down, the anti-tail could be the sign of a forward engine plume, and switching to a standard tail could follow from when that thrust ended. Loeb writes, "My colleague, Adam Hibbard, pointed out that if the object is an alien spacecraft slowing down and the anti-tail is braking thrust, then this change from anti-tail to tail would be entirely expected near perihelion." Of course, most of the scientific community remains skeptical about this, because there's no proof that the ATLAS is a mothership, or that the strange tail is a sign of the mothership suddenly pressing the brake. They prefer natural explanations like dust particle sizes, ejection velocities, solar radiation pressure, and viewing geometry. Still, the strange tail transition is very unusual and is being closely monitored by experts at NASA. They are now on high alert as they have made watching Atlas a scientific priority. Scientific priority. NASA has gone on high alert since Atlas was seen slowing down. But they're not the only ones worried. The mysterious visitor has elevated its status from a rare cosmic curiosity to a top scientific priority. The International Asteroid Warning Network has formally added ATLAS to its targeted tracking list. This decision shows how seriously the space science community is taking the interstellar object, even if it poses no threats to Earth. What makes them so suspicious is not just the fear of impact, but the fact that Atlas might bring an unprecedented scientific opportunity. ALAS is only the third known object to arrive from beyond our solar system, and it seems to be working differently from ordinary comets or asteroids. By bringing ATLAS into an official observation campaign, IAWN is mobilizing ground and space-based telescopes, coordinating global astronomers, and refining our ability to track unfamiliar interstellar bodies. NASA and IAWN are also watching ATLAS closely because of different theories, like that presented by Loeb. Avi Loeb and other scientists support the idea that the ATLAS might just be a mothership because of its trajectory. It's moving in a fixed trajectory until it passes by Earth this December and then out of our solar system. Atlas is also moving closely in the orbit of different planets, making it seem like it's spying. On the operational side, NASA is in a monitoring role. It's combining assets from different tools like the Hubble Space Telescope, the James Webb Space Telescope, and other observatories, and preparing for targeted observations of ATLAS near its perihelion. NASA is seeing the Atlas as high-value science and has publicly stated that it does not pose any harm to our planet. Although they say this, it doesn't change the fact that NASA has a strange composition and features that make it different from other interstellar objects and comets. Anomalous composition. Normally, when an object from beyond our solar system shows up, we expect that it would surprise us, but even seasoned astronomers are taken aback by what the ATLAS has been showing. One of its most striking features lies in its chemical makeup, with strange features. The first major anomaly is its coma, which is wildly rich in carbon dioxide relative to water. Observations from the James Webb Space Telescope show that it has a mix of carbon dioxide and water in a ratio of about 8:1. In ordinary comets of our solar system, water dominates, or is at least in a larger proportion. So this level of carbon dioxide dominance is unprecedented. Atlas gets weirder when we look at the refractory material, which is the dust and metals being ejected into space. Using ground-based telescopes, including the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope, scientists have detected a massive nickel emission in the plume around ATLAS, but extremely little iron. In normal comets, iron and nickel are meant to appear together because they are formed in the same processes in stellar nucleosynthesis and then incorporated into solid grains. So finding nickel without iron, or with a very high nickel-iron ratio, is pretty unusual. Some scientists even say that it mirrors signatures known from certain human industrial processes. That brings the theory that it might be made by an extraterrestrial civilization. But to scientists, what does this mean? Some researchers say that the ATLAS might have formed in a very different environment than any solar system comet. It might have been in an older, low-metallicity star system or solar system near a carbon dioxide ice line instead of the usual water ice line. This leads to the enrichment of carbon dioxide and the suppression of water in the star system that the ATLAS comes from. Others suggest that cosmic ray bombardment over eons could have affected the outer layer of the ATLAS, producing what we can see now. These compositional oddities have gained the attention of scientists around the world, especially since they still haven't found any evidence supporting an artificial origin for Atlas. Experts are observing it further before it finally leaves our solar system next year, and have been doing so since it was discovered on the 1st of July 2025. Discovery and suspected origin. The discovery of Atlas in July 2025 was by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System survey, and it marked the arrival of only the third confirmed interstellar visitor ever detected. From the outset, its hyperbolic trajectory and high inbound speed indicated an origin beyond our solar system. It was not gravitationally bound to the Sun, and therefore it arrived from interstellar space. Tracing the object's path through the Milky Way, astronomers found out that its velocity components and the direction of arrival point toward the older stellar populations of the galaxy, like the so-called thick disk, or the transition region between the thin and thick disks. Because stars in that component tend to be much older than the Sun, this hints that the ATLAS itself might be ancient. Scientists are estimating that it might be about 7 to 11 billion years old, or even over 14 billion years old. Making this stranger, our solar system is about 4.6 billion years old. So if scientists got the age of the ATLAS right, that means the object formed long before our Sun ever ignited. It has then endured a lonely, multi-billion-year life going through interstellar space. It would have ejected from our birth system and gone through the harsh conditions of the galaxy before finally arriving in our cosmic neighborhood. So, the ATLAS is holding different secrets about the history of the galaxy. It continues to survive and move at distances that typical comets would have been unable to go through, making way for scientists to understand more about the early galaxy. But the problem is that NASA is hiding a lot of data and photos about the Atlas, causing some scientists to wonder whether it's keeping some secrets. Withheld data hides secrets. According to Avi Loeb, a high-resolution image captured by the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter on October 2nd, 2025, when the object passed within 30 million kilometers of Mars, remains unpublished. Loeb claims that the image could hold important clues to whether ATLAS is a natural comet or something far more unusual. Observers are saying that while the European Space Agency spacecraft, such as the ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter and Mars Express, publicly announced their imaging of the object near Mars, the image taken by NASA hasn't been released. Scientists are frustrated, as there's news of a US government shutdown, which has blocked the release of the high-resolution data. The unpublished image is very important because it was taken under optimal conditions. It was a close flyby, high resolution, and taken at a unique vantage from Mars orbit. If the data showed unexpected surface features, jet formations, or other anomalies, it would help us understand more about the object's nature. Some experts say that for NASA to be hiding the close-by photo of the ATLAS, it means that there's a secret behind it. Could it be that this is actually a mothership, and they are keeping it a secret to prevent chaos? Well, NASA continues to say that the object poses no threat to Earth. With Atlas slowing down, NASA has gone on high alert. Atlas is exhibiting strange behavior and seems to be slowing down as it goes past the Sun. Meanwhile, NASA and other organizations are paying attention to its movement. What do you think the ATLAS really is? An interstellar object or a mothership? Let's know your thoughts in the comments. So, thanks for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.